R. Kelly's New York appeal, which should have taken place months back, has been postponed a number of times, following several requests by the defense to allow for preparation of a proper opening brief, which is now ready. The last rescheduling was done sometime last month, and this saw June and July designated as the appeal months for this New York case to start 3rd June with the opening briefs. Jennifer Bonjean has prepared a multi-page document for this hearing which addresses all the allegations against the R&B king. A glimpse into this submission has made the world realize there was indeed a huge problem with the New York trial that saw R. Kelly wrongfully convicted on counts that were not only strange to his case, but also concocted by government in order to secure a long sentence that would guarantee R. Kelly to die in prison. Among the New York charges were claims of forced labor, which suggests that whenever R. Kelly got involved in an intimate moment with his then-girlfriend Faith Rogers and Geronda Pace, it was forced labor. But again, the two willingly gave him an oral experience, which many lovers in this country do in their relationships, and surely it wasn't forced labor. What the government is trying to insinuate here is that because R. Kelly is a celebrity, it denies him a right to oral encounters with his girlfriends. It leaves us to wonder where that law is written in the United States federal statute that male celebrities just cannot enjoy pleasurable moments with their spouses like the rest of the population do, and that when this happens, it doesn't necessarily qualify as forced labor only because the male is a celebrity. The government tried to use all kinds of excuses to justify forced labor, but they sound insane with their interpretations. According to government, because Faith, who was time and again meeting up with her newfound love and doing it with him this one time, did it while a gun was lying on the table in R. Kelly's room, her usual habit quickly becomes forced labor. Even if there is nowhere on the trial transcript where it says R. Kelly tried to use the gun as a threat in case she did not indulge as she always did. But why would R. Kelly need to force Faith Rogers to do the very same thing she was doing to him free of charge and willingly, not once, not twice, but several times in their days before? The government's argument simply doesn't make sense. It's just not justifiable by reason. Geronda's forced labor story is also just another bogus allegation lacking basis. Just because earlier she had gone through an argument with the R&B king when the two failed to agree on something does not mean that the activities they engaged in after moving to the VIP room become forced labor. According to attorney Jennifer Bonjean, these were two completely separate events that even happened in different spaces, and Geronda's testimony according to the trial transcript does not indicate anywhere that she said it was because of the disagreement they had that she performed oral contact on R. Kelly. People fight, but also people have sex. There is no rule that suggests when people have had a disagreement today, they cannot later decide to get intimate, but should instead wait the next day of week to do this, for otherwise it will be regarded forced labor. It's a shame to see the government prosecutors bring up such lame arguments just to send R. Kelly to prison for such unfounded charges. Also among the New York charges is the Mann Act violation associated with accusers Azriel Clary and again Faith Rogers, who the government suggests R. Kelly knowingly transported across state lines for the purpose of engaging in criminal behavior, stating the criminal conduct as exposing the two women to an STD without their prior knowledge. The government's introduction of the Mann Act charges backed by nothing but such bogus claims was a wrong move. The Mann Act, which was introduced into the statute with a specific purpose, comes with stringent terms and conditions if it must be applied to a case. One being the purpose of transportation, which should be specifically to commit crime in the destination state or other property of the United States government, and the second being intent with motivation. There must be prior intent by the transporter and motivation to commit crime in the destination state. According to the trial transcript, it looks like the two women involved in this were traveling for other reasons other than indulging with R. Kelly. And R. Kelly's intention was not to transport them to another state to expose them to the disease. There was even no motivation for this, considering the destination state laws also condemn this Public Health Act violation. At one point Azriel traveled to attend R. Kelly's tour concerts in California on her mother's encouragement, and at one point Faith Rogers traveled for similar reasons. Both cases of travel not necessarily intended for engaging in criminal conduct. If R. Kelly committed a crime during these stays, therefore, their lack of association with the transportation as the primary objective for the trip does not allow these to invite Mann Act charges onto the case. Any crimes committed in this manner are supposed to be addressed by the state along the available state laws and dealt with locally in the destination states. Also among the charges is the RICO allegations, which suggest that R. Kelly operated an illegal enterprise comprised of members who helped him commit crimes. This introduction of RICO leaves us wondering where the enterprise R. Kelly is alleged to have led and operated is, and if it really exists, who are the members of this illegal gang. When it comes to R. Kelly's case, he is both the individual said to have headed the enterprise, and he is also the enterprise, which is not acceptable by law. The individual cannot be a part of the enterprise and the enterprise itself with no identifiable companions. These charges are inappropriate and completely alien to the case against R. Kelly. They will definitely be thrown out during appeal. In the meantime, as R. Kelly awaits the New York appeal process to kick off, he is unfairly lying in a medium security prison of North Carolina, still getting accustomed to the new environment considering he was only transferred to this facility about a month ago. The good news is that unlike the Chicago MCC and the New York MDC, at this North Carolina prison, R. Kelly is receiving better health care and his leg condition is greatly improving. A number of times his cousin Levi has communicated to him, and lately he says Kelly's mood is good and his hopes are high. He so much appreciates your love and support as well as the words of encouragement you all have been giving him through the past 4 years, and is looking forward to reuniting with us as soon as time allows. Lepre Faye says, "This whole trial has been a setup, and what people fail to understand is that if they can do this to him, then they can do this to anyone. So as some celebrate what looks like the fall of the R&B king, which isn't the case, they ought to know that they are not immune to government impunity themselves. By celebrating R. Kelly's difficulties, they are laying a very bad foundation for those that come after them. This is how slavery started. The moment the traders realized the local chiefs were willing to give away their own for a few pieces of fake silver, they charged up and transformed it into a major enterprise. Here we are again showing they can use us against our own while we look on and cheer." Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.